32-year-old man, and I'm divorcing my wife after discovering that the child I believed was my son isn't mine. A few weeks ago, my life collapsed when I found out my wife cheated on me 6 years ago, not through her, but through her own sister, who confessed everything during a visit after giving birth to her first child. She told me that 6 years ago, my wife admitted she had slept with her best friend while drunk, said she was full of regret, said it was a mistake, and when I heard that, I was sitting right there with my son, pretending my world wasn't falling apart. I didn't argue. I didn't confront anyone. I left the house in silence and drove straight to get a paternity test, already terrified of what I might find. A week later, the results came back and confirmed my worst fear. The boy I had raised for 5 years was not mine. From that moment, something inside me shut down, and I started seeing him differently, not as my son anymore, but as someone distant, almost like a stranger, and as much as I hated myself for feeling that way, I couldn't stop it. That same night, after the child was asleep, I confronted my wife with the results. She asked who told me, and I told her it didn't matter, because at that point, the truth was already in front of us. I asked for a divorce, and she broke down, crying and swearing that nothing ever happened again, that she had been faithful to me in body and soul ever since, blaming the alcohol instead of taking responsibility, and I didn't believe a single word, holding back every insult just to avoid problems during the divorce. Things escalated when she threatened to demand full custody of the child, and in that moment, all the anger I had been holding exploded. I told her fine, that I didn't want anything to do with something that wasn't mine, that she could keep the child, and I would keep the dogs we adopted as puppies 8 years ago. She begged me to stay, insisted I was still his father, said blood didn't matter, and that was when I finally screamed for the first time in our entire relationship and told her to leave and take her bastard with her. A week has passed since then. I'm alone in my house, the one my parents gave me, and she moved back in with her parents that same night, taking everything and leaving with the half-asleep child, and she hasn't called me once since. I know my words destroyed her, but I also know I couldn't keep living a lie. My parents support my decision. My father says I shouldn't raise a child that isn't my blood, and while I agree, the pain is still there. I'm seeing a therapist 3 times a week who says I've already taken the first step by walking away from what causes me pain, but it still hurts knowing that the family I thought I had no longer exists. My sister-in-law says she told me because the guilt was eating her alive, watching me happy with a child that might not be mine, and whether that's true or not doesn't really matter anymore. All I know is that right now I feel overwhelming hatred toward my wife and a mix of pain and resentment toward the child, and the only thing left for me now is time and moving forward, hoping the divorce goes smoothly, and that one day this stops hurting as much.